Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another game of Total War 3 Kingdoms. We're here with our Han Empire campaign. It's a good guy Zhuo campaign, but the Han have ascended. We're just here fighting the Nanman here with an army composed of Matsiao, Fajing, and Hualan. Now we're fighting an army and a garrison. They've got some elephants. In addition to the elephants, there's not really any great places here. This will have to do. Oh. And we have this miasma ability, which does happens when we're in the forests. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind. So they're gonna have, alright, we have Cheong hunters here to skirmish in the front. This is going to be messy. We'll just get to it, right? It's going to be messy. It'll probably be fine. She is pretty evasive. She doesn't have a good weapon. Ma Chao will be able to beat down people. Alright. We're going to have them come to us. And just try to funnel them, I guess. Now these are fatigue immune. They do have decreased speed, but I think they still won't be able to catch me. Because we've got firewall moving on these guys, I think. No, they don't have Parthian shot. Maybe they do, and it just doesn't list it. But these guys have an absolute ton of ammo, so we don't really need to worry about wasting the ammo. We do want to get on the elephants if we can, though. Any elephant damage will be worth its weight in elephants. And when we get right here, we're going to be able to open up the trebs on them, so that'll be the advantage where we want it. We're going to have all the cav there and try to sweep them. These elephants are real good, but if we could just put a bunch of shots into them, that'll be nice. I don't want to get my my cavalry caught out by tigers. That's the worry, so we're just hanging back a little bit for that reason. She's got the rain of fire thing, which... Alright, the rain of fire does at least cause fire, so that's very nice. Speaking of fire, we're going to be able to convince them to burn down their own forest here pretty soon. Alright, we just need to get in motion. We've lost a couple models, but it's nothing too bad here. Oh, and they get more stats all around. Well, good for them. Yeah, good for them. Super, super proud of them. We'll see how they deal with the might of the Han. We're gonna hit him with a roar. And a nice slow charge, baby. That's what the people want to see. You want to brawl? Let's go. We're gonna run up to get a Might of the Valley here. It looks like these fools were not quite ready. You want to go? Yeah, I'll take it. We're gonna roll Fa Zheng up. Alright, we're still engaged with these elephants here. Probably need to get someone else on them, but we're going to pop this Might of the River. That's going to be what we need. We need to move the Qiang hunters back. Are the palace crossbows firing? Yes, they're getting in on the elephants, just as planned. Alright, we need to get all the cav there, and then get on these elephants here. And we can move up there to engage. Oh yeah, look at that. That's the good stuff there. That's the terrifying line of fire archers. And we're just gonna go here, get back to the elephants, and we're gonna throw an elite mock onto Luo Suxian, because that is their name. And once we break this elephant, you know, it's gonna help. The other elephant, I think, was the one giving morale, but I think that, yeah, we shattered that other elephant. And hopefully we'll be able to take care of this one. It looks like we're not stabilizing, though. We need to just get in here. Of course, the miasma, the old miasma of pestilence here, but we need to just get shots in here. Ma Qiao comes out ahead. Man, they are having a time. Oh, this one also had a... I don't know. Oh, she just doesn't have very good weapons. She also doesn't have tenacity of steel. Well, you know. Yeah, he does have his horse, so we're just going to zoom around this way. And did we ever get those elephants off? Yeah. There we go. Here and here. Focus fire. Too much for them. Beautiful stuff. Raining fire on their parade, veritably. We're gonna run into this block here now. It's like, man, this other person's just... You'd think that we would win based on the stats, but I guess they swing 48 times a minute, and that's what I'm not taking into account. Well, you know. We're gonna have Wisdom of the River here soon. And maybe that'll help. I think everybody else is already... Oh, no, that's not so. Plenty of other folk are on the battlefield needing to get mopped up. Oh, yeah, tiger handlers, you gotta kill the tigers. Oh, yeah, we're just getting beat on by tigers, huh? And hold on, it's been defeated. And Ma Qiao is upset. Fa Zheng immediately goes in and trucks on her, and she runs off. You know, oh yeah, they got army lost, of course. And we need to mop up the tigers because they're unbreakable. Well, you know, she didn't have a very good weapon. And the miasma is a pretty strong debuff. But she loses her resilience, you know. Not perfect. Not a disaster. King Mutugu would sign peace with us. I do not accept. He's a controlling narcissist. There's only room for one of those in China. We're gonna save after in-turn battles. From now on, we're gonna save so that we don't have to redo them like we did earlier. And we're going to just... Oh, he's a sentinel. Sick. What is his stuff? Oh, he has Flames of the Phoenix, a Tenacity of Steel, and Impetuous Charge. Wow. What a sentinel he is. Well, we don't need 2 sentinels in the army. We'll have him come over here and pacify some Nanman. That'll let him prove himself to the Emperor. And of course here, just Onyx Dragons is the order of the day. We'll see. Does he have fire arrows? He does. Good. Moving that way. Moo being around is a little annoying, but we have like a pretty strong vessel core there. Probably be okay for a bit. We need to move. Well, if we pop this guy with Dongpai Shen, can we catch him in time? Yes, which means he can't run because boats can't run. And they can get away, but they can't run. This isn't our river, it's like a shared river, so we don't level up here. We do want to kind of get back then, but we will move this way to dissuade him from going anywhere else. Zhuo can roll up Guanling, and then we'll cross through the mountains. No. It's like we can put him up there in the north. No, we can continue this campaign here with rolling up Yanbaihu and the bandits of this area. He's been doing well in this theater. We've got so much money, but honestly it would take more time to make armies than it would be practical to get them, I think, at this point. So we will go with that. Of course, in the north, Lubu's force is mainly ready to roll. And we'll wait here in ambush. Looks like Gongsun Zan's having public order problems. Maybe it's because he's not supposed to be calling himself emperor. I don't know. We'll have to see. Sima Yi, with his awesome movement, runs right up. We get horse pastures, which of course reduce our upkeep even more. This army is sad. We need to make it better. And how better to do that than with a whole bunch of Imperial Palace cavalry? He doesn't have fire arrows, so... Can swap those. 5% melee evasion for the own army. I mean, yeah. And poison arrows for the retinue. Oh, wow, yeah, because he's a bandit's champion, and the bandit versions are also good. Finally get zeal. And AP damage for the army, which is good. Zhang He's not getting away so easy this time. Really, it's just mop-up time, but hey. We didn't finish the campaign on time, so now we're finishing it slightly afterward. No. Hopefully we'll still be able to do it while Zhuo is still with his racing horses. He hasn't given us, like, a perfect horse yet, but he's trying really hard, and I'm sure that one of these days soon he's going to give us the great horse of our dreams. Now, here... We force him off. Oh wait, no, he was still there. That was a long reinforcement. Well, you know. We made a runaway first, and that's good. Because then maybe we can catch him with the other one. He fell down gracefully. Looks like we're not rolling up that army. Boom, baby. Alright, in here. Binding Fury, why not? Nice and quick turn. Good, 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 good. Reforms mean we also have the access to... This is going to make us a ton of money again. Probably. Well, actually, we don't have corruption problems in most of our places where the good stuff happens. Oh, we could actually just... Wow. Sun Tzu says to just take care of Gongsun Zan. And, you know, it's a good plan. It's very harsh. Should we give him an opportunity to surrender? Well, perhaps we'll just give his heir an opportunity to surrender. After all, Gongsun Zan has fought us before, and we've achieved peace, and so this time, you know, he's ever been a thorn in our side. Guess that's it for him. Will they be more amenable to abdication? They are not. Well, Oh. Apparently, if you have the vassal war, you could use... Oh, it doesn't quite get there. But yeah, you could use that if you hadn't called your vassals to war yet against them. You can use that as a threat. I don't know if they want you to be able to do that. But anyway, there's not too much time left for them to be doing anything. Nambai is a rebel and but worse than a rebel, a bandit. Hubu's band ambush succeeds here against Han Fu's forces, and they are not going to be long for this world. But the 6-spin kick, he takes care of business. And we continue on absorbing just large amounts of friendly people, and of course we're now getting just richer than anything, but there's absolutely no point in trying to keep up with it. And then Qingpu gets the Elder Qing title. And Tan very foolishly moves there. And we just roll them up. Not too much left but the shouting here, but you know, that's the reward for a job well done, right? We don't need to worry about any of the items. Not really. You know, people have stuff, mostly. A lot of the armies have things. And if you get to the point in the game where you can afford to do this, where you can have like a full army and another full army, then you can just auto-resolve romp, which is good, you know. And you can even, like, you know, take even more ranged units. Now this guy, Shu Yu, is actually a bad dude, and we do want to get rid of him. He's an enemy of the Emperor. And boom, baby, Zhuo rages against the coalition. We finally get on the path of glory. It makes you get rid of Yuan Shao, Yuan Shu, and the Kingdom of Wu, as it says, and that's like, that's a lot of stuff to have to do. And then now they want me to destroy Liu Bei. That's not going to happen. He's my best friend. But you know, the challenges don't know that we're a good guy who raises horses. They have the wrong idea. Dongzhuo is just hanging up here with Dao Chan and Tufa Tingyu. They are all pals. They're having a time. Dongzhuo's wife's off like leading an army, you know, doing her thing. Like, oh, am I trespassing on the Yellow Turban Rebellion? Oh, let me I'm gonna give them a strongly worded apology. Wait, that's what someone else will do. Alright, these people.
好的，请讲。下锚。旅途结束，快快攻击！
And we'll pop in there the turn after.
又是你这厮。
So does this work? If you call them to arms, then yep, that's exactly. There we go. We win. Alright, so if you don't have your vassals in the war, you can use the threat of them, which I guess would shift the balance of power if it happened, and then force an abdication through. So there you go. Look, it's the good guy, Zhuo, who's never done anything wrong. Isn't it a beautiful story? Zhuo, who never had to lead an army into the field, who wisely led Emperor Jian to adulthood. Of course, at 190, things were unsettled, but we gradually grabbed more land, and then we held on to, you know, our little corner for a bit. But when we finally declared, and then other people did too, you know, it didn't take us too long to roll up Wu, right? Once we showed up in Wu for the war, 3 years to force the abdication, and then just one more to finish off the rest. Favorite character, Lu Bu, 55 battles. This guy worked first the whole time. Lu Ji won 9 duels. No longer Emperor, the Kingdom of Yan. We win. We unite what is divided. We have 164 settlements through direct ownership or military allies, and win the game. We reign in all 3 emperor seats. The emperor and Sunren got married. And all is right with the world. And you know what that means. It's time to go to Nanman. Whoops.
大人，有何贵干？千层波浪，充实巨岩。主公召我。
大人，为您效劳。运用智慧吧。
We have so many people. This guy gives ignore forest penalties faction wide if he's the minister. That's pretty cool. He has a 1-use buff for a heal and a morale buff, but you know, a 1-use heal isn't as nice as it could be. And if he's healthy, he does double damage and is hidden. Well, that's cool. I think this is the person in Zhang Xiang's faction that starts there, but we'll at least...
大人召我，荣幸之至。
I'm like, we don't No, we need a Cav General here. Whoops. Why not? And by a Cav General, I mean exclusively Palace Cavalry. We're just going full for missile cav here, you know, just for the fun. They may never get to shoot, but they might. Oh, Dongbai didn't move. Oh, she already had a move command. That's alright then. At least she moved a little bit. And Liu Yan is like, I want a war. This peaceful dude is like, hey, do you want us to help take care of your enemies? Well, they really hate me, but, you know, if they're smart, they won't try to make that a problem for themselves. So we're like all the way in there, and Dongbai's just having the time of her life. She's got lions, she's got tigers, she's got elephants. She's got the burliest and strongest of people next to her. She feels great about this all. But for one last time, the Imperial Army will ride. Redeployment's expensive, but the payments aren't. And in any case, we're just richer than anything, so... Yeah, Luke. We rolled up Yuan Shao. We beat Gongsun Zan in a fight. He got wounded. We got a Prime Minister recommendation from Sun Ce to give him the axe, and we did so. And then you can use threatened vassal war in the abdication, because it's like, because it would change the balance of power, and I guess some of our vassals weren't in when we started there, and it was like 11 points of a swing there. But what we're going to want to do is, therefore, sort things out. It's time for her to be moved up into the Minister of Finance. She did a great job there because it's time for Dongmin to be moved away from being the heir and to become the administrator of a land that meant so much to him here in Hedong. Or no, we just got rid of that one this turn, so we have to do it physically here because we gave her a promotion. Like, oh my goodness, where is he? Maybe he's not eligible because of the... Oh, okay. Right, we just gotta wait. Righto, righto. Dongzhuo, of course, is still kicking. 73 years young, just smiling, so happy with how things have gone. Yeah, like literally all of his this era dreams came true, you know. 73 is a long time. Feels good. We're getting our vassals to declare war against the Yellow Turbans as well, you know, because sometimes they just want to sit there. Yeah, this is their very last bastion here.
开战！智者可巧避刀锋，正需此地。
拿起武器，加入。我们的对话结束了。
It's funny when the wars against Nanman are going so well that my vassals are like, "Hey, do you want us to impress you? We'll fight that guy. He's real tough."
马上攻击！
心怀荣耀，拿起武器。天命在此，不辱使命。
Oh, we're real beat up.
匡扶天下，不留活口。 冲锋！胜机已现。迅速出击！浪费时间！杀呀！凭此一战，可定天下。还是有些用处的。
Funny how the map was basically all sorted out. Yep, because he was over here, and then we elected to just basically ignore him because he had, you know, our vassals around that could engage. So there was like these lands of Sun over here, and I was just like, we'll leave them because we had these forces up here. above the Yangtze, and that was gonna sort it out. Yes, yes, yes. Do we go for one last battle?
雷厉风行。
I'm like, no, those are... That guy works for me. I'm just like, he's got a Nanman flag. I'm like, wait, no. This is all my guy. Well, you know, the game would have warned me. What a monster.
好评乱贼！敌军已被击败，我必将秉公执法，严明真正。
那就快点吧。
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she barely doesn't want to be my vassal because of how strong I am. But yeah, we don't even have to, yeah. You got any armor? Yeah, let's take some armor. You got any horses? Got any clay pots? No. No, I give. No, I don't want to give her, like... Yeah, awesome. Alright, there you go. Yeah.
见到你真是晦气。
Boom, baby. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Ultimate campaign victory. A united China. There you go. They call that winning the game. There's some yellow turban things. There's absolutely no point in knocking them out. Oh yeah, highly respected indeed. I mean, look at that. 109. Oh, that's right. We haven't rolled them up yet. Ends up. Oh yes, that's right. We have this this siege to do. This was a much more sophisticated way to paint the map than the one we did with Nanman. Although that was great fun too, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. Is usually a power for ship. Yeah, you know, now that I see how it can happen, you know, the Zhuo faction is just ideal for it too, Because as you said, you know, when you get to coerce after you're the emperor, I mean, not only does it make sense you're the emperor, but, like, you know, it's also very good. We're gonna get the wolf pack over in the trees here. Okay, so they're too far apart from each other to get their speed buff. There we go. I'm like, this is pretty annoying. Like, they're supposed to be as fast as heavy cavalry, you know, slightly faster than an elephant. That's a unit of speed. 1 elephant, 2 elephants, and so on. He's the best faction in the game of Confederating. Makes sense. And vassalizing? No, because somebody else might get other bonuses. Like, they attacked me, they're gonna come. Let them come. And Xiao's more popular because less people have grudges, and the early game doesn't have all the bias built. I see, I see. In 3 minor factions in the mountains there, Shanghai will make early takes. Or in the fields around it too. Yeah, it seems like the vassals would be more advantageous than the land yourself, usually. Oh no, not the mounted saber militia. They'll charge right onto me. You want to brawl? Let's go. You're just a commander and I've never heard of you, which means we should be able to win. We're just gonna roll right through here. They don't have spears, but for right there, so get the saber cav to charge in here, reverse here. Don't want to get engaged when the spears are here. And then we'll hit them with the old splashes. Bash, bash, bash. He wins his duel very handily, which was a foregone conclusion. You know, these are guys with normal troops. They don't even have Cao Cao's cool troops here, right? Yeah, this is all what is left of the bottom of the barrel. This is the scraped up wood shavings that should have been compressed at the bottom of a barrel. And yet, it is their fault. The Wolfpack sat in the back the whole time. Well, you know, perfect time for them to reinforce. These archers are being able to fire? No, not really. You know, the Nanzhong champions are engaged here, which is like pretty good because it's putting that axe debuff on everybody. But I don't know who our archers are shooting at. You know, they like to move at their own pace. Oh, Sun Quan never got back to his horse. We're gonna run back to it and see how that works. Wolfpack comes in, and I think the terror route now actually is gonna happen, right? Yeah, because they actually are really nice when they show up. When their ability is on, they get big speed bonuses, melee charge bonus, and speed, and terror. Terror is very hard to come by in this game. Moderately hard to come by. It's not on a lot of units. There's like a title you can do that gives it to a person, but usually like you gotta jump through a lot of hoops or be a specific character to get it, so it's quite nice. We're gonna light up the humble matriarch of the Zhao clan there. Escort these fools away, and we're just gonna roll through them with the wolf pack. Yeah, in Warhammer, you feel like it's a great ability, but you know it's a dime a dozen to be able to get it places. It's almost like a rarer monster or like monstrous unit that doesn't have it than one that does. I'm like, oh wait, normal trolls don't have terror? It's just the swamp things? Okay. But it's sort of like, you get it on a whole lot, you can get it on like a common level item, right? You know, you get like the Shrieking Mask of E, is that common? It feels common, you know. But you know, like, you're certainly not seeing it on like the Clay Cup, you know. And this blob fight is really something, huh? And Sun Quan he never got back to his horse. He's trying so hard, but you know, we probably need to get him out of there. We need to get the Nanman hero over here. Oh, he lost his horse. I was like, he's got a roar. That won't matter too much. Because if we can get Nanman to his horse... Oh, right, they've got heals. They've got heals this whole time. Oh goodness, I forgot. You know, they're actually... I was like, how are they still online? It's because she's healing them, like, a lot. And it makes them largely fatigue immune, stops fatigue gain, you know, so... Yeah, you know, that's just the kind of hero you don't want to ignore for a while. Man, I want her in an army. But that's only if her health's above 50%, so we got her knocked down enough to where it's not active anymore. Yeah. Yeah, because just getting like 8 off of a scare or whatever, like, that's massive, as you just said, you know, like a whole quarter of the morale of a militia unit. Or, you know, cav or whatever. And, you know, as an anti-cav piece, like, having terror, you know, if they don't have immunity to it through the retinue, like, militia cav probably just immediately melt to, especially if they're already engaged and you can charge them with a wolf pack. Just straight terror out. She ended up caught by Sun Quan, suffered Empress position but refused to action. Oh, interesting. Lady Beyond, of course, fights to the death. Thinking of the frill trade this.
我等当取头功。姑且放尔等一条生路。
我方有份提案，
There you go.
你我已谈妥。
Oh, I was about to be scared. I was like, no, if it was the big man, then we would have gotten a notification to swap his army, so we know he's okay.
说话小心点。
I'm like, why can't we have peace? Because first we have to declare full
尽管来
war.
攻，定叫你有去无回。有话快说。
Oh. Can you even have alliance peace?
我可没心情。
有话快说。
I just don't see why we wouldn't be able to negotiate peace in some way. Maybe it's because we just declared war and you have to wait a turn? Yeah. Alas.
全力猛攻！妙计已定，又得天助。此阵可为我军所用。
Zhao Yun, savior of the nation. Does that mean that we had a kid? No, it means that that will trigger if there's any children at all in the world. He's like, I will save your son. I'm like, whose? Yeah, I'm like, who? What? Which kid, man? It says that the relationship deepens between the Emperor and him, but yeah, you know. Good job, Zhao Yun. You did it. But yeah, there you go. Peace in China. Total and complete victory. And of course, I mean, the looters are up there, but who cares? Oh, and this guy was somewhere.
你同意了？
Oh. Well, we're ending the game, but apparently a bunch of our guys... Apparently some of our guys are mad at the prospect of not having a war with that vassal anymore. It's fine. The campaign's over. We're not going to beat him down, although that would be funny. Thought I already had that guy. Oh no, it was Guojia. That was an event triggered by the other guy. We know Guojia from the forest spotting in our previous campaign. But yeah. And of course, Dongmin. We've got to finish telling the stories. Is it on Ping, right? No, that's the name of that place. We need Hedong, yeah. We'll now happily go and be the Minister of Hedong. And, you know, we're gonna... Liu Shi, wowed by tales of the elephants and the tigers, says, you know, at least until we've got some kids, Dongbai can be the heir to the throne. nothing bad would ever happen from making a decision like this. She's our most successful girl. And Dong Zhuo says, ah yes, just as planned. He's 75, 73. When's his birthday? And she's been great, you know? And it's funny too, because she's totally been like, you know, all the story of how, you know, the Empire comes to, you know, reign supreme again. Like, she wasn't involved with any of that, you know, not really. Like, she's just on this side the whole time, which this was important, but it, like, you know, yeah. And obviously she's got to get there. Like, just imagine how well Sun Ren and her are gonna get along. You know, you almost wish the game would generate from, like... Yeah, man, like... His defense of Wu Pass. Wow. So good. And of course... Like, Dongmin very faithfully administering over here. Yeah, we used people that we were supposed to have, mainly, you know? The ones we started... I mean, sure, we acquired a lot more, but... And we did work with Gao Shun, not, like, the whole time, but, you know, this was... Of course, this is the one with Xie. But, man, he was great. I feel like he's going to be one of my favorite strategists, especially if I can ever learn to use him right, just because... The ceiling on his ability is very, very high. Yep. And we end up failing before we get scattering blows. And we got to use elephants, like, several times. I mean, you know, mainly over here and largely also against Nanman, but hey. What a perfect campaign. Clinical.
别来无恙。你我所见略同。
We win. Dong Zhuo gets to have a glorious victory. Like, isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I think it's fun. They called him a cruel tyrant, but look at him now.
董卓曾饱受公卿轻慢，
So what do we do
如今
next?
则心怀怨怒，烧杀尽
So
城。
it'll be what? It'll be Yuan Shao or Liu Bei again, right? Liu Bei, just because now that I understand more of the game, we could have a real good time with it. And
是要根
Yuan
除
Shao, for the same reason, but also, you know, because we haven't played him yet.
袁绍。
Oh yeah, Ormatan,
忠心
who also
捍卫
has
汉
a
室
suite of very
无论
interesting
汉家结
characters.
局如何，他
Well,
都会忠于
I'll
朝
figure it
廷。
out. We're not going to start one of those right now. Probably tomorrow, but... Yeah, you know, maybe on Chao and just, like, rock out with our crossbows the whole time. Yeah, because the Ma family has a lot of children, right? So you... And they're not already pre-married, I don't think. I mean, you could force divorces, I guess, but... Anyway.
天赐之礼，需加以留心。
眼见董卓祸乱天，
唯有扫清六合，天下才能平定。
虽然洛阳城内已是风雨飘摇，但马腾却不会被这宫廷风云蒙蔽心意。
心如止水，唯有至柔如水，廉洁奉公，忍受。
And they give him the lady that has the golden elephant. At least they're like, look, here's a reason to play
各
him.
邦的威胁，博取汉室的青睐，实
But
乃
anyway.
深谋远虑之举。
There we go. Another wonderful victory. Honestly, that was just so much fun. What a great game. But that'll do it for right now. I might be back on in like 15 minutes to play a little something else, but you know, it's a little late to get started on a brand new campaign here. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for being here for the thrilling conclusion, Luke, of what to me is like a picture-perfect reason why I love playing strategy games based in history. Because not only does it let you play out history the way that it was, if you want, if you can make it happen, but also sometimes the way it should have been. You know, like what you have this cast of characters, you develop more and more fondness for them as you play and you see them do various things, but it's sometimes nice to tell a different kind of story. And then the Dongbai and Sun Soap subplot was just like great fun for me. Like this mod is wonderful. It's just so good. And really just like, the portraits help. The portraits help, the unique items help because, just the unique abilities help because, more reasons to care about more characters is just good. The game was awesome when you had 50 people to care about. How about 150? There's so much more, and like, even with Dong Zhuo's faction now, with so many different like women that start immediately there, even if you want to play him more like he is, or like Cao Cao, that old dog, there's so many opportunities for him to act a fool because there's a pretty lady in a faction now, right? And that's fun too. And then just it's very engaging to have so many more unique people to look at and be like, wait, who's this guy on the field? Wow, what's that ability? It's keeps it from getting stale, because even a lot of the unique characters, a lot of them don't have very much unique about them, but now they do. Now it's almost like if it was a unique character in vanilla, I'm almost like, maybe they don't have anything cool, Zhuo, he's got art already, so maybe his abilities are ordinary, Jiling, yeah. They're like, he's okay. But, well, anyway. That's enough of a signed off. I am gonna go ahead and stop this now, so maybe I'll see you later. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Or not, but later.